Day one of Sean Combs's criminal trial, we heard some celebrity names come up. They were listed on a people and places list that was given to prospective jurors as names that might come up during the trial when it kicks off next.
Did you ever have the opportunity where you got invited and you said no to it?
Hell yeah.
What was the
conscientious? Puffy invited me for weeks, asking me to come and teach him how to, wanted me to be his acting coach for a while.
They're both bisexual. They do weird things in their house, and young men have left their house going screaming to get away from them in their mentorship. Meek Mills, Bryshere Gray, left that house fucking screaming. August the only one that stayed, and I guess he was really sick. He needed a dog.
Being a celebrity sometimes comes with, everybody wants to be successful in the celebrity and stuff like that, but it comes with, bullshit sometimes. And
they get it out of their head. They can't get it out of their head. The things that they did, no matter how they did it, whether they were drunk or high or whatever, you gave up your man card. You need therapy. And that's the thing that hurts them the most, and so they end up on drama.
We probably gonna kill me tonight, so if I do wind up on the news, on TMZ, I was found dead.
Will Smith eventually addressed the flurry of reports that connected him to Diddy's now famous freak-off parties in this manner. However, the harm had already been done when Will spoke, because the rumors were no longer merely internet hearsay. They were appearing in celebrity interviews, federal court filings, and now even witness testimony. Additionally, this might be the one disaster his PR team is unable to control for a man who has been working to improve his image ever since the slap, particularly in light of the legal proceedings. Let us go back up. Music mogul Sean Diddy Combs is currently the subject of numerous lawsuits and federal investigations related to STF, FS, and blackmail, in case you missed it. Will Smith is among the other celebs getting drawn into the scandal as the case progresses.
Day one of Sean Combs's criminal trial, we heard some celebrity names come up. They were listed on a people and places list that was given to prospective jurors as names that might come up during the trial when it kicks off next.
Diddy has been charged with capturing his famous visitors in inappropriate poses during private parties, frequently without their knowledge, in both public court and leaked documents. Will Smith was reportedly one of those guests. Moreover, the internet quickly began pointing fingers. Then the memes appeared. The jokes followed. Then Will was under pressure to react. At that point, Will gave the now famous denial.
I don't even like baby oil. I haven't said that publicly. I just said y'all the first time.
It did not sound like a joke, but he was attempting to laugh it off. It had the sound of panic. Will Smith's public relations staff is renowned for maintaining a high level of professionalism. Even after August Alsina admitted the involvement and Jada Pinkett Smith publicly humiliated him during her book tour, they managed to keep the story safe, controlled, and on brand. All of that was altered by the Diddy trial, which is currently a component of a criminal probe that includes whistleblowers, litigation, and federal monitoring, and the name of Will keeps coming up. All of this is taking place right as Will Smith is attempting to restore his reputation. Red table conversation, the slap, and the public's discovery that Jada never really desired to wed him.
I really didn't want to get married, but
we only got married because Gammy was crying.
I was under so much pressure, being a young actress, being young, and I was just like pregnant. And I was just like, I didn't know what to do.
The impossible is what his team is attempting to do. Rebuild a reputation while avoiding a federal controversy. Will's name is always in the news when Diddy's is. Will Smith was plagued by rumors for years. Though they were never taken seriously, rumors regarding his private life, open marriage, and close connection with actor Dwayne Martin continued coming up, not till today, when Bilal, Will Smith's longtime personal assistant of more than 40 years, made a shocking claim in 2023, everything changed. He stated in an interview with Tasha K that he witnessed Will and Dwayne Martin having a experience in Dwayne's dressing area.
All right, I open the door to Dwayne's dressing room, and that's when I see Dwayne and having anal with Will.
Let me process that for a second.
There was a couch and Will was bent over on the couch and Dwayne was standing up, killing her.
This was not an online conjecture. Fan fiction was not what it was. Someone who has worked closely with Will for decades made the first-hand assertion, and it quickly gained widespread attention. Jada Pinkett Smith swiftly referred to the accusations as nasty and absurd on The Breakfast Club. She said it was an effort at extortion and threatened to take legal action.
About the allegations, there's like, you know, like so many rumors. Anything you want to say? We suing. I know that's right.
The odd thing is that there was never a lawsuit, feasts and desists, or legal paperwork, just words. This abrupt silence increased suspicion for a couple who had before threatened and carried out lawsuits. Keffi D, the former South Central Crip who was connected to Tupac's murder case, claimed to have seen Will and Jada at an Illuminati-style party organized by Diddy years ago. There were unusual individuals, undertones, and an unsettling vibe, he said, making the atmosphere strange.
It's just a bunch of weird shit. Yeah, that's weird, dude. Yeah, it ain't right. You know what I'm saying?
Gene Deal, another source, asserted that Diddy's residences were equipped with covert cameras, purportedly for blackmail as well as monitoring. Everything, including who entered, what they did, and who they did it with, was being recorded, he added, and he verified that federal officials had subsequently seized the video as part of their ongoing investigation into Diddy's alleged TF scheme. That is where Will Smith's nightmare begins. Will Smith is said to be on one of the found videos, according to whispers online, and a now deleted clip that briefly went viral. Although users claim the video showed him engaging in freak-off behavior with Diddy, it was swiftly removed from the internet. We do not know if that tape is authentic or not. However, fans raised suspicions because it was taken down right away, and no one from the Smith camp threatened to sue. Additionally, Orlando Brown has accused Will and Diddy F him while he was a teenager on numerous occasions.
He took my house, took all my, start raping my family members and all kind of shit, bro. You a person, you a person. Yes, Will Smith is Michael Jackson.
Yes, he is unpredictable, but he is not by himself. Jaguar Wright said the same thing.
Hey, young man, come on over. My husband just wants to touch you for a little while on camera. I promise you, you won't feel a thing. Sniff this.
So why have not Will and Jada filed a lawsuit against any of these individuals? Fans continue to ask that question because the silence gets deafening when someone constantly and publicly lies to you. Silence also sounds a lot like guilt in the court of public opinion, particularly when there are tapes and the federal government may be looking. Anyway, Will Smith is not the only famous person in a panic at the moment. He is just the most well known because there are rumors circulating behind the scenes that other high-ranking members of Hollywood are connected to Diddy's circles. Some claim that Will is currently being blamed since he is simpler to target and divert attention from. Consider it. The headlines always switch to someone else when someone is about to expose Diddy, and Will Smith, with his uncertain public persona and history of open marriage problems, provides a convenient distraction. However, that does not imply that the rumors are untrue. In actuality, more old footage comes to light the more Will tries to deny it. From Corey Holcomb criticizing Will's purported way of life, to Jaden Smith being uneasy during interviews when Will attempted to plant a kiss on his lips. This no longer seems random.
I want to kiss you. I want to kiss you. And just keep a smile. Just keep a smile. Just keep a smile.
All of this relates to the parties. Bert Kreischer, Uncle Luke, and Marlon Wayans all said the same statement. They departed early from Diddy's celebrations. Why? Since something did not feel familiar. As if they had left and the real celebration had begun. People are now curious about who was captured on video and who stayed. Diddy is still the subject of a federal probe. One thing is certain though, the federal government is gathering evidence from all angles. Digital documents, surveillance footage, text messages, and purported cassettes. He got a whole room with cameras, screens, people monitoring every room in the house. I was like, what is going on here? The harm could be irreparable if Will Smith appears on any of those recordings, even if he is only present. Not because he was a criminal, that has not been proven yet, but since he is already guilty by association, as determined by the people. Will's group is aware of this. They are making every effort to keep him out of the trial because of this, in order to change the story, to keep him away from Diddy without giving the impression that he is frightened. Here's the issue though, it could be too late. The internet is able to remember. Additionally, Additionally, Will Smith is no longer secure behind his publicist's wall in a time when every assistant, old acquaintance, and podcast guest has a story to share. The story did not finish with the baby oil address. It was the start of a more significant unraveling, a last-ditch effort to stop the gossip before the next round of disclosures. Furthermore, it is not a question of whether more information will surface, given the fresh footage that has leaked, the ongoing testimony of witnesses, and the escalating Diddy trial.
All right, Brother Bilal, listen, I do want to say, for the viewers, because we're going to rewind back, before we put out the interview, all we put out was a clip that went ultra viral. Okay? Everybody in the world got this clip. It was trending for days on Twitter, okay? Before the interview comes out, what shocked me is Jada is doing her book promotional for Worthy.
Yes.
She goes to the Breakfast Club and she sits down and they ask her about you, but they can't not ask. Like, it's so huge.
Right.
And to my surprise, she answers.
It's ridiculous, right? And it's nonsense. And this is a person that tried a shakedown, a money shakedown that didn't work. We're gonna take legal action.
All of these big deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. Any of them, all lies will be exposed. That's all. Information, knowledge, and your secrets. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party.
Fabulous, and Will Smith were recently revealed for their covert agreement with Diddy. Additionally, they apparently consent to Diddy clapping their cheeks for freak-offs with other M for up to 16 hours per day. Will was previously exposed by Jaguar Wright for his involvement in the freak-offs and for even making advances against his 15-year-old son Jaden. As it turns out, Ray J was Fabulous's handler and was providing him with freak-off services to Diddy. And according to reports, Bow Wow was not just getting drilled by Diddy. As it turns out, Orlando Brown acknowledged that Diddy had also forced him to sleep with him as a humiliating ritual. There is a lot to cover, kid, so let us get started and enjoy this tea, honey. When Jaguar Wright accused Will and Diddy of manipulating and sharing Bryshere Gray, she genuinely brought up the subject of Will's covert DL agreement with Diddy. You see, once Bryshere blew big on Empire, his then manager Charlie Mack and his mother Andrea gave him to Diddy and Will for mentoring while he was still a child. Will assisted Bryshere with his acting career, while Diddy was meant to help mold his music career as he also wanted to pursue music. Jaguar, however, claims that they simply used him and then tossed him out and blackballed him after they were done. She also claims she obtained this tea from Bow Wow, Will's former personal assistant, and that Will touched Jaden when he was 15.
That he know that Will Smith, Jaden, he Bryshere and he Meek Mills, and you know it, Bilal. Now, how far in the desert you run?
Now, before Jaguar made her statement, Bilal, the former personal assistant who she says told her everything, had already made an appearance on Tasha K and made some outrageous accusations about seeing Will and Dwayne Martin getting it on in the locker room. He said Dwayne was eating away at Will's life while he was hunched over.
Open the door to Dwayne's dressing room, and that's when I see Dwayne and having sex with Will.
Let me process that for a second.
There was a couch, and Will was bent over on the couch, and Dwayne was standing up, killing him. Like, it was in there.
Jada threatened to sue Below if he did not take what he said back in less than 9 hours after this interview went viral. However, Below was not afraid and even recorded a part 2 interview with Tasha in which he labeled Jada a lying child.
All right, Brother Bilal, listen, I do want to say, for the viewers, because we're going to rewind back, before we put out the interview, all we put out was a clip that went ultra viral. Okay? Everybody in the world got this clip. It was trending for days on Twitter. Okay? Before the interview comes out, what shocked me is Jada is doing her book promotional for Worthy.
Yes.
She goes to the Breakfast Club and she sits down and they ask her about you, but they can't not ask. Like, it's so huge.
Right.
And to my surprise, she answers.
It's ridiculous, right? And it's nonsense. And this is a person that tried a shakedown, a money shakedown that didn't work. We're gonna take legal action.
The reason Will responded, the reason why Jada responded, because they know it's true. Will's never responded. And they responded in less than 9 hours.
They did. That was a fast response.
That was because he know what I saw in that dressing room. He know other things that I saw. She did all this to try to scare me, but I fear no one but Allah. Jada, listen, in 2 weeks, if you don't sue me in 2 weeks, if Tasha K will have me, I'm back here and I'm dropping evidence. Period. You said I extorted you. You said it's a money shakedown. You said a lot of things about me. And you know that the things that you said were untrue. Let's get into a little bit more of it. Jada runs Will. Period. Me and her at war. I'm gonna put Will to the side. Will is to the side. Me and Jada, I will say this because I know you're watching. I know Karen Tense is watching.
Who's Karen Tense?
That is her PR person for years.
Okay.
Right? I know they're watching. Jada, you're a bald head liar and you're a addict, right?
Oh, God.
You told the world that you were going to sue me.
Ooh.
As of yet, and you said you're going to do it swift. It's been over 2 weeks. So Jada, I'm giving you 2 more weeks to sue me. If you don't sue me, this is what's going to happen. All the parties, right? And the men that you hit with dildos, I'm naming names, right? All the salacious stuff that you have done and hurt other people, I'm naming names. You assassinate my character. You say I extort you. Well, extortion is criminal.
Gene Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard, also entered the conversation when he disclosed that Will and Diddy were so close that Will even attempted to arrange a freak-off including Diddy, Cassie, and Jada. However, Diddy was not amenable to this and nearly touched Will. Diddy simply did not like that Will was the one starting the freak-off, not that he did not want one.
We were at a birthday party that I think either Matt Damien was giving for Ben Affleck. It was just a little gathering. They was at the Four Seasons. Will Smith and his sister and her husband, we were all sitting on this side of the room. Matt Damien, Ben Affleck, Jennifer Lopez, Puff, Will Smith, and Jada that was sitting on the other side of the room. So I know Puff so well that he stood up. When he stood up, he walked and did his arm some kind of way, like, and then he was like this, like, and I went over towards him. I know to go over there towards him. So I go towards him and he said to me, he said, yo.
As previously stated, Will is not the only well-known person who is claimed to have had a covert arrangement with Diddy. Ray J was the go-between who supposedly set everything up, and Fabulous was also allegedly swayed by Diddy. In the past, Ray J and Fabulous got into a fight because Fabulous made fun of a video that went viral showing Ray J singing off-key and playing the piano at Floyd Mayweather's party.
It just began. If I had one wish, you'd be my boo.
Fabulous tweeted after the video became viral, saying nah, but Floyd saying we having a concert in my living room, and the camera cuts to Ray J singing One Wish on the piano had me in tears. Fabulous, like everyone else at the time, was obviously joking. Ray J became agitated after the video went viral, so he called a radio station and declared that he was going to take his boys to SA Fabulous. Ray J went so far as to say that he had already jumped Fabulous, but by making his people SA Fabulous, he would go one step farther. He was using the F slur to imply that Fabulous was gay from the beginning of the call.
When you want to disrespect me and the money team, and we got 7 Rolls Royces outside and we just made 350 racks on the... Don't disrespect me. I'm gonna smack you up again, fool. That nigga on the face, man.
So you punched Fab in the face?
One time. Hey, all I'm saying is if you got Fab number, tell that send a picture of his face right now.
Okay, Vete, let me ask you.
I swear to God, he running from me right now. I had 100 fools outside of Moon right now. He never left the club. He was scared up in there. He tried to call the police.
So when you hit him, what did he do, Ray?
Nothing. He fell back because he's a...
You can't smack him over the phone, Ray, but...
A phone, that light, and they go, that and stick it in that net.
Yeah, oh my God. Oh my God.
Many people could not understand why Ray J felt so at ease attending Fabulous in that manner, while everyone, including their mother, was mocking him for the video. The following day, Fabulous called into the Breakfast Club and said that he was taking the essay very seriously and that Ray was lying about punching him.
This is more war on there. There's been a war between Ray J and me. You know what I'm saying? This nigga is high and stuff or on pills and, you know, his rant, I heard this hilarious to me, first and foremost, joke to me. Like, it's not, I'm taking it serious on the side of where he thinks that I'm the note that he should do that too, but I'm laughing at his whole character. Like, there's nobody that believes Ray J is gangster to that point unless he's gonna prove it. So at this point now, he's gonna have to prove all of this funny shit that he was saying on World Star on me, on tapping me on the chest and, like, you know, just talking. So I'm like, yo, if you're serious, like, let's this in this, like, first of all, don't touch me no more. Don't touch my body in any form or way. Don't touch me. So he's like, what you mean don't touch you, fam? And I said, what I just said, Nick, don't touch me. You know what I'm saying? And then from there, he leaned back and then he, like, pushed off of me at my chest. So then when he pushed off of me, I jumped back to him and I grabbed him up. So I grabbed him up. There was no fight. There was no swing. This whole story that he made up, that whole Tupac rant about him swinging on somebody and all that shit, is all lies. It's all... There was never on that Whitney. That was on that Whitney last night or something. That ain't no swings take place. You can ask the money team. The money team was standing there. Ask his money team that he's probably the water boy for, but ask the money team. Ask the money team and let them, and they will tell you that there was no blows or what's this. So I grabbed him up by his little red hoodie, and I'm holding him there by his hoodie, and I'm like, just chill out, Little Red Riding Hood. There's nothing going like this. Right? So I'm holding him.
This is where things start to get interesting because some people began to theorize that Ray knew Fabulous was DL, which is why he was using the F slur and had his guys essay him. In fact, it was he who provided services to Diddy and other industry professionals. The allegations became worse when Diddy went on Drink Champs and started acting odd around Fabulous. He was telling Fabulous that he missed him and also questioned Fabulous about why he quit going to his parties. People think Diddy was referring to one of his freak-off parties. Oh, did I mention that he kept calling me Fantastic Daddy? Youngster, just look at this.
I got it. Mr. Lee.
Yeah, I love this drink.
You put my
I like when you like this, Daddy. Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping. I like that.
You know, I'll be practicing. I got
it. For real, because man, it seems like a thing. I met this party in but I'm talking about for your birthday. Huh? Why won't you party with me for your birthday, man?
We partied for my birthday before. You came to my party.
No, but me and you ain't never really party, you know what I'm saying?
As if this was not suspicious enough, Fabulous later disclosed on his Instagram story that Ray had really coerced him into attending one of Diddy's crazy parties. However, as soon as he got there, he pretended to be going to the restroom and then slipped away as quickly as he could. He stated, "You ever got pressured into going to the after parties? You really want to go home or back to your room, but you don't want to be the turn down to the turn up." Ray J is thought to have sent him to the party in an attempt to con him into going out with Diddy again, but he managed to get away with it. Not to be overlooked is Bow Wow, who reportedly had a deal with Diddy as well. As you may recall, Orlando Brown's claim that he gave Diddy the Oshkosh wash caused him to go viral a while back. I am not sure what he meant by that, but it seems like this was the code phrase for him discussing doing anything strange with Diddy.
Yo, Diddy, you gave me the Oshkosh smash. You gave me the Oshkosh muaf, the smash. Diddy. Yeah, son. I mean, you gave me the Oshkosh muaf. I love it, yo. I love it. You gave me the Oshkosh muaf.
And people, adults, the moms, the dads, right there on Target commercials, right there on Walmart commercials, and you're looking at the people that are missing, and they're smiling like they're happy, but they're going back to hell. You know, I just think that, you know, people just need to realize what they're looking at when they're watching the television. Everything is right in front of you. The revolution was televised, and don't nobody give a shit.
However, he eventually came out and claimed to have had an intimate relationship with Bow Wow. Thus, it appears that Diddy was not the only one who received Oshkosh Schmuckwash too. few: Busta Rhymes, Drake, and Usher. As part of his humiliation routine to begin their agreement, Bow Wow apparently forced Diddy to make him sleep with Orlando.
Smashed him? You smashed him when it was girl?
I didn't smash anything.
So how you gonna
made love? We made love.
Who you made love with?
Diddy, Bow Wow, Busta Rhymes.
You just told me you see Busta in the airport too. Never from China, he didn't know you. You smashed Drake?
No, I never smashed.
Oh, you made love to Drake.
And Cat Williams.
Bro, you smashing a lot of people.
What's his name? Terrence Howard.
Terrence Howard.
Terrence Howard. Usher. Usher's the best shit. And
why you not having our books?
I'm telling you, bro, it's my dad's friends. My dad sicked his best friends on me.
Who's your dad?
When Bow Wow came out a few months back and admitted that he missed attending Diddy's parties, it made matters worse for him. It should be noted that this occurred around the time Diddy was arrested and charged with RICO.
Bow Wow said ever since Diddy got in all his legal trouble, there ain't no popping parties in Hollywood. Bow Wow said he never saw it coming, and now the days of his great parties are over.
It's like the gatekeeper to the game. Like BET Award Weekend, it didn't, like the past two, they just didn't feel right. Because there was no motion, there was no parties. There was nowhere to go.
He's talking himself into a testimony.
People don't want to go to parties anymore, not even a birthday party.
They wrote the song, The Freaks Come Out at Night, so that's what was happening. And they still coming out, look at Diddy's party.
Additionally, a video of Bow Wow confessing to going to an all-men's pajama party at Diddy's residence became viral prior to Diddy's arrest. I do not know about you, but how many adult HT men do you hear attending a pajama party that is exclusively for men? According to what the streets are saying, it is granted DL.
Once I had a conversation with Puff at his house, and then he found me straight up like, come here. And I told this story. I was like, what's up? Hey, we're doing no clown. Stop. Bart, you was at the house that day? Was that the night Snoop, me, Nelly, all of us were there? Yeah. Yeah. Well, we went to the house, come here. I was like, what?
You ignore it, did you just hit pajama party?
This nigga criminal like nigga, so we all around it, Snoop, everybody saying shit. Nigga, we don't associate no clown shit. You better than any battle, nigga. Well, nigga, gotta understand your brand, nigga. Get out here and go to work. Stop letting niggas come on, man. I'm like, no, you're right. Don't want to sit. He said, nigga, you're knowing it to yourself. Go to work. Be quiet, lay low, go to work. And watch what's gonna happen. That conversation is what put everything in perspective for me. Once I had that conversation, I'm like, damn, you know what? I can't be doing that, dog. So I'm around the top, dog.
Although the specifics of this purported secret agreement are unknown, people assume that what Will, Fabulous, and Bow Wow reportedly did was required of them and that they were forced to follow Diddy's instructions. One individual stated, yeah, Diddy is flat out telling Fab he wants to get with him and asking why it hasn't happened. And Fab is like, no, what the F? And you can see he's super uncomfortable and wanting to get the F out of there. Did he sound like a woman asking a man why he hasn't called her? Another person said, honestly, this isn't surprising. I grew up late 80s, early 90s, and Will Smith always gives off that high school vibe. I was a kid and I always watched The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and I always knew there was something different about him, gay-wise.